Hello there, it's the coach with you here today, and this is an ultimate challenge. Let's get back to Brandon and Charles for the call.
Coach, we start this challenge off in the first quarter with 3 minutes remaining. Still no points on the board. It's 0-0. Your opponent has the ball on their own 25, and it's 3rd and long. And now the offense will look to convert on 3rd down. 3rd and long for Trask. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And that'll just about do it for us in this one. You've notched another win, and the next challenge awaits. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Here's Trask. Under pressure, Trask, and down he goes. Nice job there getting the win. Next up, another challenge, of course. This now, play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Throwing, Trask. Under pressure, Trask, and down he goes. Well done. You've defeated this ultimate challenge. Now, if there are stars still available, you can always replay the challenge again. Otherwise, it's time to move on to the next one.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us today. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Now let's hand it off to Brandon and Charles as we jump straight into the action.
We start this challenge off in the first quarter with 3 minutes remaining. We're still without a score, tied at 0. Your opponent has the ball on their own 25. 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A first down throw for Trask. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in. Close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 2nd down. It's Evans. Now loose football. The ball comes out, and the Raiders have recovered. All right, you did it. You got the win. Congratulations. Keep that momentum going and tackle that next challenge.
Hey folks, it's the coach here. Welcome back for another exciting matchup in Madden Ultimate Team.
Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau. On the return, it's Taylor. across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now we get a look at Aaron Rodgers as he gets set to lead this Green Bay Packer offense. Rodgers now in his 17th season in the league, and of course, coming off the MVP trophy.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. After the sack on first down, Rodgers, open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a 1st down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
To throw again on 2nd down, Carr. He's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A gain there of 30 big ones. And that seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jerry Rice, 36 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. John Gruden never wanted to play it safe. His guys will go for 2. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went, and that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. On the return, it's Taylor. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves John.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Okay, Bart. Points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after them.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Raiders have recovered. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far there.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. On the return, it's Taylor. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Aaron Rodgers, we focus on him for our player spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright when he's been upright. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, his 2nd sack of the night. Nothing is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll drop this down to Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
A great job there, and that old cliche, take it where the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what it is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Man open, that's Juwan Winfrey. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it
So hard, your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were in. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Denzel Perryman leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. A reminder, coming up at halftime, while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box, we'll be sending you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. John Gruden never wanted to play it safe. His guys will go for 2. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. On the return from his end zone, Malik Taylor. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Marching back onto the field now, Davante Adams and company getting set to go. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. On 1st down, Rodgers. Incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job. Out there to force an incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
This one complete to Tunyon underneath.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. And he is going to have a Packers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Looking sideline, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Rodgers now on first down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Carr now on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, wide open, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical in the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On 2nd and 10, Rodgers, his throw incomplete.
Robert Tunyon, the intended target,
and now it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers.
A check down here to Jones.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Raiders offense ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Throwing now is Carr. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there, and it didn't hurt.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. This is caught by Williams. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Throwing is Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Well, these Packers and these Packer fans really thrive with the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Rodgers. And the Raiders have got him. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. That's on Billy Turner, right tackle. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. Do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Rodgers got to have this one. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merrick.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now Carr. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. From the gun, it's Carr. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Running well, and it's picked. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open. True. So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
A gain of 3, second down. Rodgers going to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, start the bus, because they think this one is over.
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Throwing on first down is Carr. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, fourth quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Carr will look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
On the return from his end zone, Malik Taylor. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
2nd and 7.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Rodgers throw complete here on target to Tunyon.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Carr going to look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. It was Darnell Savage that time who was able to knock it away. Now a pass hauled in downfield and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down. To throw, it's Carr. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because they're... A lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Carr going to throw here. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead, they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
On the return from his end zone, Malik Taylor. Nicely done. Another one up, another one down. Keep grinding and keep racking up those.
Hello, everyone. You're watching Ultimate Challenges, and I'm your host, the Coach. To finish this out, here's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, we start this challenge off in the first quarter with 3 minutes remaining. Still no points on the board. It's 0-0. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Patterson, and he'll dive forward here to make sure he gets something out of that one, but not much. Not quite enough that time. Maybe just try a lower start difficulty if you can. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Carr. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. There you have it, another challenge and another victory. Now remember, you can always replay challenges if you left any stars on the table.
Welcome, everybody. I'm the coach. Up next, another Ultimate Challenge on EA Sports. Let's send it down to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis for the call.
We start this challenge off in the first quarter with 3 minutes remaining. We're still without a score, tied at 0. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Amari Cooper, 50 yards. Congratulations on yet another victory. Now, you can go right to the next challenge if there's another one available, or return to challenges to receive your... Here are the Raiders as they get set on 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Wide open, Amari Cooper. He spins free. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper, 50 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And just like that, another Ultimate Challenge has been defeated. Savor the victory, if only for a moment, because you know there's always another challenge right around the corner. And the offense readies for a 1st down and 10. Carr now on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. Okay, so you won't be going undefeated against this challenge, but hey, the good news, losses don't count against you, so give it another shot. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Carr. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down. Here are the Raiders as they get set on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Well, unfortunately, no win on this attempt, but you can select to replay. And the offense readies for a 1st down and 10. Carr now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Cooper. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Not the result that you were hoping for. Don't sweat it, though. You can replay the challenge right now or at any time later on. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. Here's Carr. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Well, you came up short in this one, but no worries. Select replay challenge and go get that win. Here are the Raiders as they get set on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cooper. Touchdown! Amari Cooper, 50 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And that'll just about do it for us in this one. You've notched another win, and the next challenge awaits.
The coach here, and welcome to this Ultimate Challenge. Sit back and relax. You're in for a real treat with this matchup.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium.
Cooper on the return.
The Raiders getting ready to go to work for the first time, and they're led by their quarterback in his 8th season now in silver and black, Derek Carr.
And the rumors were pretty strong. The teams asked about him in the offseason. But for once, got a pretty firm not available from the Raiders. Now in his 8th season as a Raider, still yet to appear in a playoff game. But last year, really solid numbers again.
There he goes, Amari Cooper. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Amari Cooper, 73 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said, better team at home should steamroll, and we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. On first down, Stafford here. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Stafford going to give this to Akers.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Max Crosby. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
From the 50 at Stafford.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. To try again after the sack. Stafford, that's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. Six nothing our score after 1. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the handoff, running left is Akers. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Now it's Stafford. Jackson's got it over the middle. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a ghost situation here on 4th and inches.
And Gay knocks this one through, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, called it the 26. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A gain of 32 that time.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
Carr now on 1st down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jerry Rice, 42 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. John Gruden never wanted to play it safe. His guys will go for 2.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. People are starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the 2. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw taken in here by Jackson. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From the 30 on second down, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Mario Edwards Jr. able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Jackson now to return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The
Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Play action. Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Second down and 3. On the give, this is Akers.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Stafford now to throw. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. Here's Johnny Hecker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And we'll see what he can do on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. He's got a man, complete. The 20,
right down
10.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. L.A. readies for its next possession.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Now a give. Akers running left. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
3rd and 2, Stafford. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Rams are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And this is caught by Cooper for a Raider touchdown. Cooper, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need...
And it'll be intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick, and he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Jackson now to return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Here's 2nd and 10. Tristan Jackson, the intended target.
But it's going to be 2nd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Raiders pick it up. And that might just submit it. A return for a late touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Jackson now to return.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Stafford on target to Woods, first down L.A.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again at Stafford. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passing we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Second and 2. Stafford. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw, Stafford. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. Put a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Nice job there getting the win. Next up, another challenge, of course.
Hello there, it's the coach with you here today, and this is an Ultimate Challenge.
And off we go from Las Vegas. Taken at the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Raiders getting ready to go to work for the first time, and they're led by their quarterback in his 8th season now in silver and black, Derek Carr.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Carr. He's got this complete to Marcel Aitman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Darren Waller, 45 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Cooper on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Raiders heading out to take over.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down.
After the sack on 1st down, Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw.
And here's the former Raider wideout, Amari Cooper. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jerry Rice, 37 yards. yards. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense.
And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Now Carr. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. This is brought in at the 21. 7-7, our score after 1. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, wide open, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Jerry Rice, 79 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. On the return comes Drake. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position, and even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 36. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Now their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap, allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. On the return comes Drake. And able to get this out to the 25. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Carr's throw complete here to Waller.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Throwing now is Carr. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. From midfield, here's Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
And that is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr. And this one is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Carr to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. On the return comes Drake.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say, I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leader.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, here comes Jacobs. A first down and more for Jacobs. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 37-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. The final shot here before half for Carr. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Time for a break. We've hit. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Cooper on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. It's caught, Cooper. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Buying time to his left. And this is caught by Cooper for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper there to make the grab, and the Raiders add on to their lead. It's been quite the game for him individually, a trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route, whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This taken in at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Throwing his car on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. They'll look to set up his blockers. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again, we get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Jerry Rice. 67 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
On the return comes Drake. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Here's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Fielded just inside the 30. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That is caught by Rice. Touchdown, Raiders. Jerry Rice with his 4th touchdown of the ball game, one shy of his career high.
And the Raiders have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Oh, that's true. You've said that before. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw his car. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's A.J. Cole now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Raiders now set to get the football back. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that, because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And got his man complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. He's going to take another shot here. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's got it at the 10. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the 2-point conversion.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation... Somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. Carr going to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Now a throw here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Carr now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And problem spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They can now enjoy the final stages of this one. A very convincing one. I don't know what was said in the locker room, but whatever it was, it worked pretty well.
It certainly did, and it's probably a capper to everything that was said during the week because they go over every eventuality. I mean, you know how coaches are.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that.
And now they're going to fake it. It's caught at the 5. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts, not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Operating from the gun, Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well done. You've defeated this ultimate challenge. Now, if there are stars still available, you can always replay the challenge again. Otherwise, it's time to move.
Hello, everyone. You're watching Ultimate Challenges, and I'm your host, the Coach.
Bitter rivals going back to their AFL days in the 1960s. The Chiefs and Raiders are underway. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raiders getting ready to go to work for the first time, and they're led by their quarterback in his 8th season now in silver and black, Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
This is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Back to throw. Carr. Wide open. Amari Cooper. Touchdown Raiders. Amari Cooper. 81 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. KC's offense ready to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Max Crosby just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Man open is Robinson. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Five yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Cooper on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll set them back 5. Right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. This is not the way to start a drive. So that one will be accepted. Right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards. Not the way to start a drive. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They're in inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
This is not the way to start a drive. On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach. Frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. Start a drive. So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. Right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. This is not the way to start a drive. And they just did not get the snap away in time. right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. This is not the way to start a drive. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. Right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
This is not the way to start a drive. On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach. Frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Right out of the gate, we're going to get a delay. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. And this is not the way to start a drive. defense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. Right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. Down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And they just did not get the snap away in time. Right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. This is not the way to start a drive. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. Looking to throw. Carr. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the gun, Carr back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in his opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. second touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Tyreek Hill sent to return it. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 35. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? That they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Darwin Thompson, 37 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Cooper on the return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. On first down, Carr. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed when you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go as we saw there.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And now here comes Kansas City. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up second down. To throw again on second down, Carr. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard.
Touchdown, Raiders! Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. On my drive chart, I write successful drives in blue. And so far for them, 4 first-half drives, 4 touchdowns. It's all blue, no red.
What did they see on film? What did they see on tape that led them to have this type of a game plan, this type of execution? They're reading them like they're a true open book.
Oh, my goodness. In every facet, too. And then on the other side, I mean, it's domination right now offensively.
Yeah, they're going to need one player to make a monster play to try and stop this tide.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. From the 35 on second down, Mahomes. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 65 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Cooper on the return.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. And we have seen him to this point with 4 touchdowns. We get a glance at his work. It's been good work.
Oh, it's been excellent work, and it's made so much better.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. Touchdown! Amari Cooper on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. You know, normally he's probably pretty happy with his performance at this point. He's played pretty well. Bottom line, they're down on the scoreboard, so I'm guessing he's not that happy.
No, the fantasy owners who have him for this week, oh, they're happy with what's going on. But for him leading a team, trying to win a ball game, I agree with you. Not happy at all. Trying to figure out how to up his game and inspire his teammates to do the same.
That's a true leader. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Mahomes to throw once more. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. That's it for... And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Second half starts with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again, we get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know that I typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just praise him. My goodness, 4 receiving touchdowns means he's been a variety of coverages throughout this game because they're not just letting him run scot-free. They're trying their best to shut him down, and he's shredding them.
I got to be honest, I won't. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Amari Cooper, 64 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. how about these strengths that we're seeing?
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Chiefs offense set to go. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. They find some open field here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks. Gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr, he's going to look deep down the field. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Raiders. Jerry Rice. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders are pouring it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be... Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smelled terrible. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 6 yards and they do convert on 3rd. On 1st down, Mahomes. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And he's brought down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be it. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merritt. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They have that feeling that has to be the best. You just go out and complete control of this game here for hopefully one final possession.
And it's a culmination of preparation that began with something along the lines from the head coach of, we're going to win this weekend, and here's how we're going to get it done. And covered all the details that went into it. They practiced them. They went over them. They tweaked the game plan as the week went on. And to find it all coming together and see it finish this way.
Makes him hit. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answer.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
What was that? They saw something on film, but do you see something on film to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now it's Mahomes again. Over the middle, complete. It's Thompson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. One final try for Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. All right, you did it. You got the win. Congratulations. Keep that momentum going and tackle that next challenge.
Welcome, everybody. I'm the coach. Up next, another ultimate challenge on EA Sports.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Cooper on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raiders getting ready to go to work for the first time, and they're led by their quarterback in his 8th season now in silver and black, Derek Carr.
And one of the things that I think that Derek Carr has really improved in doing since college is the ability to stay in the pocket, things swirling around him, find the right guy, and deliver the ball with accuracy. Derek Carr has great touch when he throws the football.
Right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
The delay of game. Backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Carr. He's going to air one out. He's got him in, complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards. They went zooming past that number there.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jerry Rice there to make the grab. And the Raiders on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Going to get the kick off in time. Yeah, slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. This taken in at the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Brady now to throw. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Max Crosby able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. They'll run for the first time with Keyshawn Vaughn. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. This is taken at the 23. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Now on first down, going for the deep ball. Oh, wide open, complete. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's got Gronkowski yet again. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Nothing our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On the draw, this is Fournette. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Brady going to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
Cooper on the return.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about
touchdown. Amari Cooper, 74 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. They'll try it again now after the 5-yard walk-off. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady.
Looking downfield for Godwin. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Chris Godwin.
58 yards. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. And that is how you retaliate. After getting scored on one play, big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like two boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Cooper on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now Carr. Wide open, Amari Cooper. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Raiders. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 42. Brady gives this one to Vaughn. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 44, Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. And Reed charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We usually talk about does the offense help the defense, does the defense help the offense? I think in this case,
Does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
This is taken at the 18. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. Amari Cooper and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and...
That's caught inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught at the 5. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game. But just let them know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Brady now on first down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Gronkowski the intended target. And it's second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra?
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Leonard Fournette in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Cooper on the return.
Bring it!
Now a hit and a loose football. First half in the books. Here we now proceed to the start of the second half. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, But for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well. Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines were raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. That is caught by Rice for a Las Vegas touchdown. Jerry Rice, 38 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Partner, they had a good...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 10. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now Brady. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Now Brady. And again, he'll find Gronkowski complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And now here come the Raiders. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 2nd and 10, Carr. And he can't escape, and down he goes. JPP cruising in for the sack that time. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Amari Cooper, 83 yards. And the Raiders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. scoring the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Denzel Perryman able to put an end to that play, and in so doing puts an end to this third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady, and pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. From the gun, it's Brady. That's to the man who was once signed by the Raiders, Antonio Brown. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
A 40-yard punt given 3 on the return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Carr now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh finding the path to the QB there. So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. Here's Carr to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Carr going to look to throw. Dancing to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Throwing now is Carr. Forced out to his left. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Derek Carr. A 10-yard touchdown run. the silver and black continue to roll.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And the Raiders have got him. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. Brady. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. So out come the Raiders. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now, to put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Carr's throw taken in by Cooper here. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Carr going to throw here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 5. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Nicely done. Another one up, another one down. Keep grinding and keep racking.